digest. From lane to the new shining ground, echo chants where the legends are found. Heroes carved in the heart of time, we march on through grit and grime. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Echoes of King and Greaves in the air. Every goal, the sound declares. Heartbeats pound like a drummer's song, marching forward, fierce and strong. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. I'm Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire.
Wow, they don't call this the window of surprises for nothing. Good evening, welcome. We did come in with a breaking news that we might be getting Conor Gallagher. Well, it's just broken the last minute. Here we go. Conor Gallagher to Tottenham. Here we go. The players just informed Atletico is about a decision to join Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. Spurs are set to pay 40 million fee, permanent deal to beat Villa. Aston Villa agreed deal with Atletico today, but leave the race as player didn't give final green light. We've finally got our first proper signing in the door. That is from Fabrizio Romano. Here we go. Signing number 2 in the door. Rain, how are you? And this is signing you've been quite happy about, actually, in the background. You were jumping around, waving your Conor Gallagher shirt around, going, ole, ole, ole. The player is finally Spurs. And do you know what? Again, this is something we said about 3 weeks ago on this channel, that we actually did link Conor Gallagher to Tottenham. I think me and Tequila talked about it before Christmas, that we were only one of the only channels to come out that this deal could happen. Rain, how are you feeling? I'm excited. I'm totally excited now. We've got a good signing through the door, actually. A very good signing.
I think they were waiting for you to go live, Dermot, to
Yeah.
to announce it. That's the way it is. I'm thrilled. I must admit, there's a little bit. I feel a little bit scarred by Morgan Gibbs-White and Eze, so
Yeah.
I do need to see the arm around the shoulder picture, preferably with Poch. Preferably with Poch doing the arm around the shoulder, but that's for another day. So I'm absolutely thrilled. Now, why am I thrilled? Conor Gallagher is. There's a lot of talk that he's looking to get minutes. Well, I mean, he starts for Atletico Madrid, right? He's played like 90+% of their minutes, of minutes that they've played this season. He played less last season. He played, I think, 2,500, so 2,500 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know how many games exactly that was. But another reason why I'm think this is a really good signing for us is here we go. There we go. Is if you look back through his career, he's consistently playing high numbers of minutes. So he's a player who seems to generally be on the pitch, and more than anything, that's what we need. We are obviously he still has to meet the biggest test, which is the Tottenham Hotspur medical team. But you know the baseline, the starting point is not signing players who are injured a lot. So that's great. He is a Rolls Royce central midfielder. Now,
Yeah.
is he the ball playing central midfielder that we so desperately need? No, he's not actually. He's a very controlling midfielder. Almost plays DM. Actually, did play in quite attacking roles when he was at Palace when he was younger. But generally, and maybe it's because he's Atletico Madrid. Maybe it's because Chelsea's central midfielders have always sat a little bit deeper. Maybe that's why. But that's where he's played. But that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that he's not the ball playing 8 that we're all asking for. What matters is he is better than we've got. So we're buying. I call it filling from the top, right? So rather than getting players in who are going to sort of make their way up from the bottom, they're going to climb. They're going to develop. What we've done is we've bought a player who's going to instantly go into the first team, which is great because then that pushes the rest of the team down, and it's up to them to get better. The other thing is about Conor Gallagher is he was captain at Chelsea, and he is a leader. He is a character. I always talk about variability of players. You get young and inexperienced, and they make mistakes, and they're fantastic. And you get like these wild swings with the older players, like Davies. Davies is like 6.5, 7. He's like this. He's just solid. You just know exactly what you're going to get from him. He's got all the experience in the world. And Conor Gallagher's one of those. He'll deliver us a 7, 7.5 like this. And that's exactly what we need. What we need is reliability, we need consistency, and we need strength of character inside that team to push forwards. So I'm thrilled. I think this is a great signing. It can't be the end, but I think this is a great signing. What do you think about the fact that he came from Chelsea? I'm not sure I care, but I think a lot of people will.
I don't care. I just see this the first as many. I think somehow Tottenham have got scared because Change for Tottenham are now starting to come out of the woodwork, and they thought, oh shit, Derma and Rain are going to start slagging this off with Billy on Wednesday. Yes, we do have Change for Tottenham coming on Wednesday, guys, with Billy at 8, so don't miss that. We better get our finger out. I think this is the first of a few signings coming in, and this is the first time in the window I can remember that we've bought a ready now Premier League player. A player that goes into the team, that goes into the first team. We knew we got Bentancur out for 3 months with the hamstring. Now, can you imagine him and Palunia playing together? Now, there is a rumour going around. Thomas Frank didn't want this player. I wonder if Tottenham said, we're not buying him for you, we're buying him for us. This is a club signing. And I wonder, because he has played with Poch, and if they do have any inklings of bringing Poch back to Tottenham in the summer, I wonder if they're now starting to buy players for Poch if he comes back. Because, do you know what I mean? He is a captain type player. I like Conor Gallagher. I know we've been after him for about 3 years. And as Colin says, a big up Colin, he says, where has it come up? He says, after 3 years of trying to sign him, you finally got him. Did we just wear him down? Or do you think we just give him a better alternative than Villa?
Have you got like...
We're getting Pochettino, don't worry, Connor. Frank's going. Frank's going. Don't worry. We're bringing Poch back. You love Poch. He's probably right. I'm signing for Tottenham now.
We've just
Seriously
been
though,
chasing
do
him for
you
3 years.
think?
That's a
Yeah.
really
Do you
interesting
think that
statement.
this is a club signing? Do you think this is a club signing? I think it is. I got
Well,
no
I
problem with
mean,
that, by the way, because we
yeah,
desperately need him. But do you think? I just think it is, Ray. I just think it is. It can't be a
I
Frank
think
signing.
I think all signings should be club signings. That's the way that I think.
Yeah.
That's
No, I agree.
that's the way that Rain's brain thinks. I don't think we should be buying what I think managers should say this player isn't good enough, and I think we should then go and I think we should then go big up G Giant, and I think we should then go and get a player who is better than the player we've just let go.
Yeah,
That's what
I think
that's what
so.
I think. Perhaps he was told Potter. I mean, that is a fancy. That if Frank said I don't want Conor Gallagher, and then they've gone out and got Conor
Mm.
Gallagher, then that is telling. If that is absolutely true, and it
Well,
will we will find out by whether Conor Gallagher starts playing, eh? Because that's what happened with Spence and
he's
Conte,
got to play him.
and Danjuma with Conte as well.
Mm.
So it's will it yeah the truth will come out. I think it's a cracking signing. It does beg the
Well,
question.
I, I,
Oh,
I, sorry, I don't mean I've got more breaking news. This is turning into a breaking news show, Rain. I am sorry. This has turned into a. You
bad
know,
on
you
here.
wait for bosses. You wait for one, and then three come along at once. Right. We have now. This was. I don't know if this is true or not. I am putting this out there as a rumor. So hopefully, our sources. We've got two good sources we use. Hopefully, they can go back with me with something. If this is a thumbs up or a thumbs down. But apparently, Tottenham have opened immediate talks with Xabi Alonso following his departure from Real Madrid. Apparently, it's from Fabrizio Romano. I doubt it very much, Tottenham tears. I think you're on your little and your mammy's um, basement, typing away, just making some news because that was 2 hours ago, and Conor Gallagher was not on the agenda. But that's one bit of news. Anyway, the news from the people that we use, which you can trust and depend on, Mateus Tail might be on the move on loan in the coming weeks. But the one at the bottom, I'm really excited about. One to watch. Talks are positive at the moment for Lookman from Atlanta. That could be the left winger coming in. To that could be another left winger. So we're not just got Gallagher might be through the door. Lookman could be following him through the door. Plus the 19-year-old we bought from Santos. I think Tottenham on the 12th of January at 8:05 have suddenly woken up and realised it's a transfer window, and we're now going out to do business. What do you think on them two, Rain? Mateus Tail and then Lookman. Mateus Tail first. Do you think it might be a good move for Tail on loan?
I
Are
don't
you,
get
are you a little bit confused by that one?
that. I don't get because he's just started a couple of
Yeah,
games and he's looked half decent. Now
yeah,
he's really lacking end product. But you only get that from playing VR Petty. Um, it's well, I mean, I want Lookman. I want Lookman as
yeah,
well. But I thought Lookman, it feels like because all the rumours were that Gallagher was going to Villa, and that
yeah.
Villa just wanted a loan for this half of the season.
Mm,
And I don't know whether it was going to be an option
yeah.
or a commitment to buy.
Mm,
Um, and the idea is, or the notion is that we've gone in and we've nicked that. We've gone in and said, boom, we're going to buy. We're going to pay for your registration. We're going to buy you Conor Gallagher.
yeah.
And that's that. Um, the the what I heard is that Lookman was going to Fenerbahce for not very much. Actually, the figure I heard was $1.5 million. I can't remember whether that was a loan fee or whether that was a purchase. But if we can go and grab if we can go and grab Lookman, if we can divert his plane, right, so it doesn't go to Turkey, it comes and it lands at Heathrow or Stansted and goes to Hotspur way. That's absolutely fantastic news. Again, it's exactly what we need. I know he's had a little bit of a ruckus at the AFCON.
Yes.
He didn't pass to Osman, and who wanted to score a hat trick, and Osman went ballistic, and Lookman told him to do. And lots of people who I was chatting to, we don't want that type of. But that's exactly the type of player I want.
Yeah, it is.
I think we're desperate for some characters. We're desperate for some people who are going to stand up and are going to demand excellence. Sorry, Dermot. Another one.
Another one. I just got a bit more on the Alonso news. No links to Alonso at this time. If he does come back, I think he will go to Liverpool. I think he's one. If Liverpool get rid of Slot, I think Alonso's going to take Xabi Alonso. He did play for Liverpool, didn't he, back in his career? So that would be a better fit, I think. Now, Lookman deal. You've asked about the Fenerbahce. You ask and you shall receive. Can I just say, Rain, welcome to the madness of the transfer window on this channel. This is when this channel goes into its own. This is where this channel sort of goes up a couple of notches. We put out good content all year round. When it comes to the windows, we're going to overdrive. I mean, we've done 1 o'clock in the morning streams on this channel with breaking news. I know you won't be coming on at 1 in the morning, but also deadline day. With what we did on deadline day, guys, in the summer, we're going to do again. We're going to run all day with 2-hour stint shows or an hour stint shows with transfer. We're going to have good morning deadline day. We're going to have 1 at lunchtime. And then we're going live from 4 all the way to close of the window with different people coming on and off. So I'm going to do a bit then people will take over. And then I'm going to do the gym white. I have to buy a yellow tie this year and wear a yellow tie.
I mean, I'm just along for the ride. See, like, so Mandy died in 1966 at 6 p.m. This is exactly how I feel. Over the moon, box to box, loves attack only as a leader. Yeah. I think you've that's it. That's it. That's the stream, Dermot. That's
it is. Right, Lookman. Deal with the Fenerbahce not done yet. Spurs getting involved to try and sway him. Well, we will keep you updated as quickly as we can. Now it comes down to wages, doesn't it? It comes down, will Spurs break their wage structure? I'm going to offer these players more money. I don't know how much. I did ask about the personal deals. I haven't seen anything yet or been told anything yet, but that's the latest. So Lookman could be happening now. Knowing Tottenham, that could end up happening tonight. We could get a here we go, or could we get more breaking news? So we will keep you updated on this. I think Spurs are going to bring in probably, Rain, this is me spitballing here. I think another 4 players. We need a right winger. We need a left winger. We've now sorted out the central midfield, haven't we? Box to box. That player that will do the box to box running for us. It's an upgrade on Bentancur. I think it's an upgrade definitely on Archie Gray. I think also Bergville can learn off him as well.
Absolutely.
And I think can you imagine him and Palunia in that midfield together? That is a midfield pairing. I think that will toughen up our midfield. I think it will.
What you've just said about Bergvall is absolutely perfect, right? It's Bergvall is now going to be training alongside this guy who is. I mean, they are 2 peas in a pod. They really are. They're very, very, very similar players, and Bergvall could not have a better player in 2026 to train and learn with than Conor Gallagher. And that's exactly what we need. What we need is some players alongside these younger, more inexperienced players to help
Yeah.
lift them up. So again, Lookman, get Lookman in. Don't send Tell out on loan unless we've decided that we're not going to keep him. Don't send
Mm.
Tell out on loan. Let him learn. Let him learn from Lookman.
Exactly.
Let him see what Lookman does, and let him. The problem is that we've been buying these younger players, and we've been buying them for the first team.
Yeah.
But like Archie Gray, you know that 20 years ago, Archie Gray would have been getting 10 or 15 minutes a game,
Yeah.
and he would have been in the reserves playing with the players who are coming back from injury
Mm.
until he was like 20, 21, 22, and then he would have got into the first team. That's what happened with Harry Kane. That's what I was talking with somebody about Kyle Walker the other day. Kyle Walker, we got in the mid 2000s, I think.
We
But
did.
then he was with us for like 5 or 6 years, learning his trade before he actually broke into Poch's team. So
Mm.
that's the way that it should. And he was learning off the experienced pros, and that's the way that it should work. It shouldn't. We should. This is great. This is absolutely fantastic. If this is what's happening, it's exactly what I
Has
want.
this? I think we needed this, didn't we? We needed it as a fan base. We needed it as a club. We needed this sort of get the juices flowing. We've been so down. I mean, today I couldn't be bothered with Tottenham news. I could not be bothered. I wasn't going to do a show tonight. I was going to do. Philip Brady's doing at not 9:30. Do join Philip over our political channel. Philip's doing that with Irish journalist Ryan McGeevy, really renowned Irish journalist. And I do you know what? I couldn't even be bothered. I can't be bothered. This has got the juices flowing. This has now got me hooked back in again. Tottenham buy a decent player and they hook you in. They give you a bit of, I don't know what it is. They make you feel something special in the air. Big up to Ed Fan. It says Gallagher For Spurs. Big up Dermot and Rain. COYS from a snowy Hamburg. How snowy is it? Yeah. Not snowy in Ireland.
Not
Snowing
snowy.
in
It's not snowy in rural middle of England.
no, in Poshland. It always snows in Poshland.
Poshland. Is that Hamburg?
Yeah.
I always
The
thought
rich
that
people.
Hamburg. I spent a lot of time in Holland, working in
Yeah.
Holland in my 30s, and I always thought that sort of London, Northern Holland, and Hamburg generally got the same
Mm.
weather. But there you go.
We need a striker. Yes, we do need a striker. Now we know Vlahovic is out there for 20 million. 6 months left in his contract. We do need a striker desperately. Look, we know Paratici might be leaving Fiorentina. Nothing's been confirmed yet with Paratici. Do you think Tottenham are going to? Do you think the Lewis family are going to say to Paratici, right, we're going to get rid of Lang. We're going to give you all what you want. Now, we do know he wants to go back for personal reasons as well. Do you think Tottenham might say, look, if you want to work from us from Italy, work from Italy from us? Do you think Tottenham have to compromise?
Most of his work. Ramadan, I just can't see us going and buying Agahawa.
No, I can't.
I would absolutely. Would I love it? I'm not sure. It's a bit checkered, don't you think? With players coming over from the Portuguese league. I think Gyökeres has made me a little bit cautious. So I'm not 100% sure. I'd like to do a little bit more digging into Agahawa, but I can't see it, especially with Solanke coming back off an injury. I can't see us going and buying another striker at this point in time. I'd love it. I'm not sure it's going to happen.
Right. More news. Sorry, Rain. Sorry, more news. Goalkeeper now. This is goalkeeper news now. Spurs are eyeing up Ukrainian Audrey Lunin, the 26-year-old shot stopper from Real Madrid, wants more game time. Spurs exploring the deal. Now, that is the latest on that one. So we're looking at a goalkeeper as well. Has somebody in the Tottenham transfer market just woken up and realised, guys, the January window's open? Do you think we should do something? We've got protests happening Saturday. The
That's it.
pressure's on Thomas Frank.
That's
Do
why.
you think? Do you think so? Can we be that cynical?
Yeah,
Can we
they
be
heard
ready to be that cynical?
they heard that we were assembling. They heard that that I was going to be going down there and getting ready with my scarf. I don't have a scarf. Don't have a yellow and gold, yellow and
Yeah.
gold. I didn't get one. But
You know, I just got this gut feeling. I got this gut feeling. I know Paquetá wants to go to Flamingo, right? I do get that.
yeah,
But I just got this gut feeling it's going to happen.
we're gonna
I
get
just
it.
got this gut feeling we're going to break it. I just don't know. There's something in my stomach telling me it might happen. I know it might not happen, but it might happen. So look, Lookman, we'll keep you updated on the Lookman deal. Andre Lunin, the 26-year-old shot stopper for Real Madrid, that deal is being explored. So, what the hell? Is Paratici sort of working overtime here?
No, I hate to say it. I hate to say it because I've been saying we need to get. We've been quite consistent on this channel that things need to be burned down and rebuilt up, and Langer needs to go. But this no news, no news, no news, everything happening at once is classic Langer. It's classic Langer.
It is.
So if well, we don't know. We don't know who's doing it. But it's not the way that it's not what we normally get from Don Fabio. So I don't know. Maybe this is all Vinay. Who knows? I'm happy. I'm happy. I see walking down Spurs Lane is saying top player Lunin. I mean, I've heard mixed things. So
he's very good. I like him.
Needs some
like
playing
him. He's very good.
I love loan with an option to buy Dermot. I think it's a good model, right?
It is. It is a very good model. We've got who the hell's handling the transfer business? These people. Hang on, I will get them up. Hang on. Here you go. Here's Tottenham's transfer market people. These are the ones that are getting the deals done. You got Paratici there with the glasses and the big ears. Well, no, that's Thomas Frank, isn't it? You've got Vinay there standing with his hands to his mouth thinking, oh my God, we spent money. That's Lang there at the end looking with the glasses on, the big red nose. He's been at the red wine too much. I don't know who the fella is in the middle. Could be the Lewis family thinking, hey, we're here with money.
I don't know, Dermot. If they actually pull off some of what we're saying, the Gallagher, we still need to see the picture. And we need it verified as not AI. We need that. If they get Lookman, if they get Lunin, if they get Paquetá as well, I think we need to upgrade the transfer team picture to Reservoir Dogs.
You know what the thing about Paquetá is? We mentioned Paquetá a little while ago. We sort of mentioned some of these before the Christmas actually, but over the moon, absolutely. Striker, who do you think would be a good striker to get in? Who should we be after? Look, I would go for Vatovic. What's the point being a Vatovic? I mean, bring him in at loan with an obligation for 6 months. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, loan with an option, not loan with a because that's the problem with Vlahovic is everybody's been wary about how well will he travel. And I'll tell you what, Akliouche. Well, is Akliouche? I heard Akliouche is going somewhere else. But yes, would love Paquetá, Akliouche, don't mind, especially now that we know it looks very, very much like Kulusevski isn't going to be back,
Yeah.
anytime soon. So what we really need, what that Akliouche Paquetá signing does is it means that if Zabi doesn't play, we've got a similar player coming in, to take up that spot, which means that the formation isn't changing constantly. There isn't like this massive sort of rework every single time one player is out, needs a rest or is out injured. You've got another player who's similar and coming in, which is why Conor Gallagher would be so great, because he will just slot into that double pivot, working alongside Paulinho. It's perfect for what we need. So
Ivan Toney, we know that might not happen. That's another rumour. Now, just very quickly on Conor Gallagher, where he can play. Now, this season, he's played 25 times in central midfield, scored 3 goals with 1 assist. He has played 1 game in an attacking midfielder, didn't get in the 10 role, didn't get anything, nor in the defensive. His main role is in that that attack, in that central midfield. That's going to be really important with the games we've got coming up. If we can get him in and get him to start against West Ham on Saturday, I think that ups our odds of beating West Ham. I still think that game's El Sacchio. I really do. I think whoever loses that game will get sacked out of him and Nuno. But I do feel Tottenham have going to say, right, do you know what? We're buying. We're going to buy for the future. We're buying for the next manager. We're going to buy. This is a club signing. We're not going to give you any money, Frank, but he's here. You've got to use him. We've got the 19-year-old coming in as well. So that's 2 in the door. Where do you think the next one will be? Lookman is the left winger, so we need a right winger. We need a.
So I was going to say
It has to be.
It has to be
Look,
left.
if we get left wing and right wing.
Yeah.
So where do you go after that? If we get a left winger and we get a right winger in, say we get Lookman and we get a right winger, do we then? Where would you go, striker or defender?
We don't need defenders. We don't need.
So go for a striker then.
We could do with a left back. We could do with a left back, but then I don't get why we buy a 19-year-old left back and then buy what we should buy, which is a 22 to 24-year-old or 22 to 26-year-old left back, who's gonna give this for us, right? The 7, 6.5, 7.5. Just be consistent, which is why everybody loves Anthony Robertson at Fulham. It's not because he's an outstanding player. It's just because he's consistent. It's just solid. Just absolutely just keeps delivering exactly what you want him to deliver. He doesn't make a whole load of mistakes. I did have on the 19-year-old Brazilian, Dermot. I did go and have a look at a couple of compilations from his 24 games.
Right.
I can see why they bought him. He's even in that short space of time, he's already produced. He's already shown on the football pitch that he's got technical ability. I still stand, and he's a physical. He's a physical
right,
unit.
Pat, I've got the latest on him now.
Oh,
yeah, he is. Right, Paquetá. The latest on Paquetá now. His preferred destination appears to be Flamengo. We know that in Brazil. It's his boyhood club. He's reportedly agreed personal terms with him. Talks are continuing between Flamengo and West Ham. Spurs are more out of the deal than in as of today. So as of this afternoon, they're more out of it. So it looks like Paquetá will be going home to Brazil, back to Flamengo. I think that's more to do with the World Cup coming up than anything else. And also, he did have that drama with apparently alleged. He was cleared. He was found innocent of betting things. But as of the latest, as of Nelly Hafe on the 12th of January. He is going to Flamingo, so that is the latest on Paquetá, which is a big shame for me because I think he would have suited our team very well. Look, it's been. Do you think Do you think that the protests have had a meaning on what Tottenham are doing now, or do you think these are deals that were put into place and they're just coming out now because of? It just seems to be a little bit rushed, doesn't it?
That is the
Does
way
it
you
to
look at it.
you, or
To be honest, I'd almost judge them more if they're just reacting to the fact that we're going to go and protest on
yeah,
Saturday. And let's be clear, the planned protest, as far as I'm aware, and we'll hear more from Billy on Wednesday,
mm,
which would be a great show. It's a great lad. The planned protest is a meet up and outside the ground, and singing some chants outside the ground, making ourselves known. I will be keeping up my 100% attendance at Change for Tottenham protests. I absolutely will be there. I'll be there early. I'll be there early at the pub with my cola, and walking to the ground. So, well, I say walking to the ground. It's like a 20-meter walk.
yeah,
There is there's some talk of organising something inside the stadium, but actually, do you know what? Actually, we'll leave that till Wednesday. We'll leave all that till
no,
Wednesday.
I want to ask you one question on that. I want to ask you a
Yeah.
question
So
on that.
I mean the
Relevant,
details. I mean, we'll leave the
yeah.
details until
We
Wednesday.
leave
Yeah.
the details. This is more relevant, to
Yeah.
today. Now, James Madison has already been on Instagram. He's posted a story, so I'm going to see on TikTok, see what old James Madison's having to say. Guess the goal. That's what he's doing. So I thought he's welcome Conor Gallagher. It's for Coca-Cola as well. If you are watching Coca-Cola, we do like to be sponsored, but very quickly, Rain. This transfer stream, is also being sponsored by O'Connor Designs, the number one design thing. Now, let me get what I have to say. Just let me get it up on YouTube here, because I know I never get it right. I always get it wrong. So let me say, and let me know, guys. Do you like the new thumbnails as well? Do you like them? Let me know. Right. We have, where is it? Okay. O'Connor Designs, who have been helping creators level up their channels. If you're looking for professional YouTube thumbnails, intro videos, studio backgrounds, or logo designs, O'Connor Designs specializes in clean custom work made specifically for creators, not gigantic templates. They offer fair pricing for both established channels and smaller creators too. So if you're small, don't worry, O'Connor Designs look after you with a quick turnaround and proper attention to detail, which we can attest to. He's done the intro and the thumbnails for this channel over the last year or so, and he's very good at his work, extremely good at his work. Attention to detail. If you want your channel to look more professional or stand out, check out O'Connor Designs. If you mention the promo code THFCTID26, you will get 10% off your first order. And then the email is in the description up below. So guys, do check him out because he does some fantastic work. He really does. He's been doing all the intros for us for the last 2 or 3 intros. He's helped me get to the thumbnails where they are today. But guys, do hit him, do email him. He does some great work. Rain, do you want to say anything about Conor Designs? Because I think you've been pretty impressed with his work as well. You've been telling me that behind the scenes.
I mean, I love rocking out to the intro. I'd quite happily have that on repeat. And I love the sequencing that Colm
Yeah.
got into that. It's just so good. It's so on point. It's perfect. And I love the new thumbnails. I think they're great. There's a bit of consistency going through, but the key information, per stream, so that people know what it actually is about, is really, really easy to see. So yeah, it's great. It seems, it's great work.
Well, we're still waiting for a proper announcement from Spurs, but Romano has given it the here we go for Conor Gallagher. Absolutely brilliant. I'm going to read it again. 41 minutes ago, Conor Gallagher to Tottenham. Here we go. The player has just informed Atletico about his decision to join Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. Spurs set to pay 40 million. Now, he went from Chelsea to Atletico for 50 million. So there's a 10 million drop there. Permanent deal to beat Villa. Aston Villa agreed to deal with Atletico today, but leave race as player didn't give final green light. Very quickly, do you think once Spurs came in, then Spurs was the only destination for Conor Gallagher? A, because they're a London club, and B, they are in the Champions League.
Okay. I am I'm surprised that Conor Gallagher is choosing,
Yeah.
by all accounts, choosing Spurs over Aston Villa. I would have thought that Aston Villa would have been a very, very appealing club as they currently stand, to Conor Gallagher. Maybe it's as simple as Aston Villa were only going to offer him a loan with an option, which meant that, in the summer he was effectively, as things stand, going back to Atletico, where he doesn't seem unhappy, but that he was going to go back there, and Tottenham is offering him a permanent move to the Premier League. So maybe that's what it is, because I surely at the moment, surely that I hate to say it, damn it, but surely at the moment Villa are a more attractive proposition than Tottenham Hotspur. Although good for us.
Unless he's been told Poch is coming back in the summer.
Or unless he's had a chat with Frank, and just like with Zabi, he likes what Frank's got to say. I mean, we're all putting Frank down, and understandably so. Yeah, but we're, as it currently stands, under Frank's watch, he's got rid of Basuma out the club. Tick.
Yeah.
Right. He's sold Johnson. We've sold Johnson for roughly, a little bit less than we paid for him. Tick. Right. We've brought Zavi in. We've brought Kudus in. We've brought Mawani in. You can't have it 100%. By all accounts, we're very, very interested in Lookman. Tick. We're bringing in, by all accounts, Conor Gallagher. Tick. What I'm seeing is, slowly but surely, the right players are exiting, and the correct players are being exited from the club. The ones that we would. And there's rumours that Dragusin and his awful agent are going back to Italy. Tick. Right?
You think
bit by bit, under Frank's watch, I don't think it's Frank, but under Frank's watch, what we do know is the right players are dribbling in and dribbling out.
Yeah. Do you think this, look very quickly as well, do you think this is interesting as well? Last Word on Spurs have just put out, right, that Mickey van der Ven and Vicario both liked the Fabrizio Romano Conor Gallagher here we go post on Instagram. Do you think that's now Romero better like it as well, by the way?
Yeah, actually, sorry, Dermot. I meant to say, when you said, fantastically, when you said this is exactly what the fans need, and you're spot on again. The the Dermot hammer hit the nail, smack bang on the head, right? It was like boom, yeah, that's absolutely right. And I instantly thought, and do you know what? Probably the players too. It's not. We were saying the other day, this 19-year-old left back, that's an extra job for Van de Ven. He's now got to look after the left back. Who, if that guy plays, he's got to look after him a little bit. Next to him. So now we've taken our best player and we've given him an extra responsibility, rather than freeing him up so that he can play. But buying Conor Gallagher is the opposite. We're buying a player who's going to take on responsibility.
Yeah.
So he's going to help, the other senior players in the club. He's going to help lift the quality of the team. So yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
There'll be song you'd be singing on if he plays on Saturday. You just get started. Just get practicing, Rain. Get practicing. Big up to Carly says quality signing for us. Just saying, who was Poch captain at Chelsea? All roads lead to Poch. I'm telling you, I am sorry. Maybe we're looking too much into this, but I think Poch is coming back in the summer. If you didn't know, get to know. You heard it here first. We broke it in January that Poch will be back here next season, hopefully.
I love
I'm
that
not
card.
I'm not putting the old yellow down. Shut. I mean Frank. Oops. Yeah, we know what you meant, mate. We know what you meant. Well, look, Rain, we're going to leave it there, guy. We're going to leave it there, but look, any more breaking news, we will come on and give you the latest. Right. So let's go through the bit of news so you are up to date before we leave. We will be doing once Tottenham announce it, we will be doing a welcome to Spurs video for the two signings. We're not going to do welcome Spurs yet until they do the medicals, until everything is announced by Tottenham. Once it's announced by Spurs, we will do the welcome to Tottenham. I think that's fair, isn't it, Rain? But any news like this, we will break it. Right. Let's start at the very beginning. If you just joined us, right. Romano, where is he? Where is Romano? What's he doing? He's playing with these footballs again. Romano. Do not let me down. You did this about MGW and Eze. You caught me out in the summer. You're not catching me out in January. Right. Conor Gallagher to Tottenham. Here we go. Player has just informed Atletico about his decision to join Spurs. Spurs set to pay €40 million fee, permanent deal to beat Villa. Aston Villa agreed deal with Atletico today, but leaves the race as player didn't give Fina right. So that's got here we go. Now, this is the rumours that are coming out of Spurs tonight. Matez Town might be on the move loan in the coming weeks. Lookman deal to Fenerbahce not done yet. Spurs getting involved, try and sway him. We will keep you updated as much as we can. Or only issue they will be offering more wages Spurs. Well, that will be an interesting. Will Spurs break their own transfer structure? That is going to be interesting. Spurs are also eyeing up the Ukrainian goalkeeper Andrei Lewin, the 26-year-old shot stopper from Real Madrid, wants more game time. Spurs exploring that deal. Anyone that wanted Paquetá coming to Tottenham, I'm sorry you're going to be let down and bitterly disappointment. His preferred destination appears to be Flamengo in Brazil, his Boy Hill club. He's reportedly agreed personal terms with him. Talks are continuing between Flamengo and West Ham. Spurs are more out of the deal than in as of this afternoon. But this is football. Anything can happen, and it normally does. Rain, a mad couple of hours for Spurs. Where can people find you, bud? As you need to go and have a lie down now. By the looks of you look absolutely stunned.
I feel energised. I've been so tired the last couple of days, and for the first time in a long time, I feel awake. Where can people find me here? 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week. You'll find me on various other channels like with Sean or Sava or various other people.
Yeah. Guys, yes, we will be back. There will be a transfer show tomorrow evening. There may be even a transfer show in the morning. I'm not sure yet. I'm sort of under 9, more on the Conor Gallagher deal as well. There will be a welcome to Spurs for the two signings for Conor Gallagher and Suiza from Santos as well. But we're just waiting for he's due to come in, I think, tomorrow for his medical and sign the contract as well. Any more from Conor Gallagher, and once we get the totally big up welcome to Spurs, once we get Tottenham confirming this, then we will come back on and give you the latest. Thanks so much for joining me. Welcome to the Madhouse, Rain. This is January window on this channel is mad. So welcome to the Madhouse. I want to say very big up to Stephen Thomas as well. It says he'll bring a competitive edge to us. He really will. Guys, we're
I
going to
think
leave it now.
the whole the whole so many great comments
Yeah,
this evening. Absolutely loved it. You know, there's so many. There's a few people I haven't seen before. Please come back because it's we love it. We love our community and we love bouncing
yeah.
off some of the great comments. We're like Carl, with the absolute, who was Poch's captain at Chelsea. Well done, Carl.
He was. On that bombshell, thank you all for watching. We'll be back late with more news if we get it. But do join Philip and the gang over Dermot and Philip's political democracy channel. That is over at 9:30. So do watch out for that, guys. But in the meantime, come on, you Spurs. In the Tottenham transfer window, we trust. Sort of.